is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. Good evening, ladies, lords, and lasses. This is me, the Deathly Shad, your YouTuber, streamer, D&D player, and this is the first game that I will ever stream on my Twitch or put on my YouTube, but this is Vampire the Masquerade Redemption, one of my favorite PC games of all time. It was actually the first PC game that I ever really played and got into, and good God, does it feel to be back. Does it feel just good to be back playing this game? Honestly speaking, it's probably like it is no doubt my favorite game of all time. I played a lot of the tabletop game myself, both 2nd edition revised, which I ran a campaign in, and the newest 5th edition, although I don't really play true 5th edition vampire much. It's more of just like a little hodgepodge, so to speak. But I am still in love with this game series. Honestly speaking, I prefer Redemption over Bloodlines, which I know is a bit of a hot take for most people, but you know, it's kind of what you can do. You know, it's just doing what you can do. Sure, you can't pick your clan like you do in Bloodlines, and you start as a Bruja, but what this game has above it that Bloodlines never had is it starts off in the Dark Ages. And you go from the Dark Ages, starting off as a human, becoming a vampire, and then you go from Dark Ages to modern day, well, modern being 2000. Well, 1999 to 2000. It's the turn of the millennia, so to speak. But we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Till then, let's just hop right into the action, and I'm going to start playing this. I'm going to be relatively quiet during cutscenes, but this is more of just like a laid-back, just kind of funsy game, so to speak, for me. So I'm going to have fun with it, and I'm going to do a little Cheatyface fucking console command run, because that's what I find fun. Because I played this game so many times, I want to see what all the disciplines look like. I want to see what someone could achieve in the human section, and maybe even find a couple little bugs and glitches along the way. We're gonna need to be doing some save scumming. But let's start off with booting up a new game. Moravia. 1141 AD.
My name is Christoph Rumble.
Our boy.
I am a man of God and a soldier in heaven's cause.
Crusader. Oh! Certainly not an arrow to the knee, but it is an arrow to something. Ah, yes.
Mother Mary.
Oh.
Me, my lord. Sister Aneska.
Where am I?
In Prague, at the convent of the Knights of the Red Cross. Now hush. Thou hast suffered a grievous wound and must rest.
I must return to my...
Oh, the
peace,
period
I
language.
beg thee. Thy brave captain left a letter before thy sword brethren continued on their crusade.
I thank thee for this news, my lady, and for thy care. Surely thou hast drawn me back from the jaws of death itself.
'Twas the Lord that saw fit to spare thy life. We humble sisters simply attended thee.
Oh, Sister Ineska is too modest. She ministered to thy shattered body day and night, long after all others had given up hope. She did indeed restore thy life. I am Archbishop Giza. Thou hast done great service for Christendom, young sir. Tonight I shall make prayers of thanksgiving that thou live, and may send more sinners to hell.
I offer thee all my gratitude for thy service. I am in thy debt.
The rosy life in thy cheek is payment enough.
Aww. They make a cute couple, I think. But yet, lo, what shadows walk beyond thy luminous night? Gosh, this game is such a trip. That evening within the convent. Oh, Anezka, my wound! But I shall pick up an arm for ye, for I am a white knight! Alright, and here we have the basic gameplay. It is a click adventure game. Oh, I see you. Give him the spinning heavy. Followed by a couple little... Oh no, he bit me. This means I become a zombie, right? Nah, not really. Alright, out of here we go. Oh, Kristoff, thy wound! Nay, 'tis nothing. A scratch. Ugh! Oh, this fucking
The mighty walls of Prague once held all demons at bay, but the Schlachter have overtaken Silvermine to the east. With a haven so close to the city, they boldly walk the streets by night to kill, and worse than kill. Many have been dragged alive from their homes for some unspeakable purpose.
I will never let them take thee.
Good on you,
sir.
Kristoff. Alright then. Now we get our first major choice of the game. And, in all honesty, it's not really much of a choice, because it doesn't really matter which one you pick. Archbishop Giza is gonna slide in here and just be like, yo, don't be a bitch, and just go out there fucking Crusader Knight, you little wimp. So, you know, it doesn't really matter which one you pick, but it does, I think, affect the humanity system. Like, there are 3 endings you can get, and I'm not sure if this choice actually affects any of the 3 of them, but I know that certain choices in the game affect your humanity score, and your humanity score determines what ending you get at the end of the game. And because I'm a little bitch baby who loves to see, you know, the best ending of all time in all my games, I'm going to go with the good ending, which will probably be there if I do this particular one, I think. Because honestly speaking, it doesn't really matter which choice you make. Tomorrow I shall venture into the silver mine and flush the vermin from their holes. Now, a thing that I admire about this game, which is something that you don't really see too much in modern games, but if you select a dialogue option, the guy actually says it.
Tomorrow I shall venture into the silver mine and flush the vermin from their holes.
Thou must not. Thy wound is too great.
Nay, I am resolved. They will pay in blood for the fright they have given thee.
Oh, sir, should they harm thee, my heart...
Come away, Ineska. Thou hast wasted enough of good Sir Kristoff's time with thy idle chatter. Kristoff, the Lord smiles upon thy wrath.
Yeah, get out of here,
I shall pray
Giza,
for
you're
thy
a fucking
victory.
bitch.
I shall not fail.
You guys will see why he's a dick later. Fucking Giza. Archbishop of Shittery. Alright then. Got a little quest. Got our discipline menu, no disciplines yet. Got our inventory. A bit of inventory Tetris. Sadly, you can't rotate items. You can pick them up, put them down. Can't rotate them. You also sadly cannot dual wield. You are forced to use sword and shield or a two-handed sword, no matter what. And then you have your character panel. As you can see, we earned a bit of experience for last night's escapades, but I can't help but think, our wound was really great, and, we maybe deserve a little bit more experience than that, just a little bit. Now, funnily enough, hold on, let me actually back this out real quick. If you look just beneath Kristoff's name, this right here, Acolyte, what Acolyte means is it means that you are of a specific rank or a specific level. Depending on how much experience you have or how much experience you earn throughout the game, that actually changes from Acolyte to so on and so forth, and, however you will. However, when you're a human, of which you're only a human for a very brief moment of time, I think the most experience you can earn is I want to say 500-ish. Don't quote me on those numbers though. But if we can add to ourselves, we're going to give ourselves 500 experience. And if we look at the character panel, we now have 590 experience, but our name hasn't changed yet, which means we haven't earned enough experience. However, let's see what happens when we add, say, 1,000 experience. If we go back to this tab, we still have not gained a new rank, sadly. But, for argument's sake, let's say we earned, shall we say, 9,510. As you can see, we gained a new rank. We are now a paladin, which you will never see yourself be a paladin in this game simply because you will never gain this much experience. So it's interesting to know that there are, ranks as a human, which you never get to see because you're never a human for very long. Now, let's see how much we can get for... hold on. How much experience were we at? We were at like what? 1111 111 000. So that means 9 is going to be 8. Is going to be 8. So 88900. XP 88900. New rank attained. And we are now an Inquisitor. Inquisitor Kristoff. For a mere 100,000 experience. Now, let's just crank that up a little bit more by, say, 900,000? Give ourselves just a quick million. Don't worry about it. We are now a hunter. And, well, it'd be a shame to waste all this experience. So let's just rest up. And, fun fact, you can actually buy faith. Indulgences, anyone? We're gonna indulge ourselves a little bit and just crank this faith up to. Yeah, I think a nice statistic is 100. Oh boy, all that experience wasted because faith doesn't fucking matter in this game. But these stats do matter. We're just gonna really quick just click these up to 100. Just panting aggressively as you just rapid click a button a bunch of times just so you can get the sweet hundreds across the board in all the stats. But we do have a letter to read, and
let's read. My good kinsman Kristoff, thy bravery carried the day in the Battle of the Moravian Hills. Thy sword brethren crushed the pagan barbarians and now chase their scattered hordes into eastern Hungary. Once the last of the heathens are routed, our garrison shall return to Prague, and thou mayst rejoin our ranks. Until then, the tender ministrations of the Holy Sisters shall revive thee, if it be God's will that thou outlive thy wound. Thy fellow sword brethren pray for thy swift recovery, for they cannot allow thee to ripen and rot in decadent luxury whilst they sacrifice themselves. Perhaps thou canst make thy sword arm useful to good Archbishop Giza until such time as we return to collect thee. May the tidings of the Lord be upon thee, Sir Cuthbert.
Ah, yes. Deus Vult, Sir Cuthbert. Deus Vult. Also, I love how the voice actor cracked up a little bit just towards the end there with like, for they cannot allow thee to ripe and rot in decadent luxury. Time to go to the vault. Slip that in there. And you know what? I noticed something. I just noticed something. Kristoff, man, guy doesn't have a lot of money going for him. Sadly. However, I think, you know, we can fix that. We can give our boy some cash. How much is it? How much would people usually pay for this? $1 million. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, another weird thing about this game is the talking. It looks like an Iron Maiden's about to close in on this woman's head, but in reality it's supposed to be like two faces talking to each other, but, you know.
Oh, sir, I pray for thy safety on so perilous a journey.
Aww. You gonna pray some more?
Oh, sir, I pray for thy safety on so perilous a journey.
Aww. Only line she has, sadly for now. Can't go up these stairs because game.
The cheerful daylight world belies the horrors that prowl by night. How can the good people of Prague go about their business with such evil abroad in the land?
My god. Say what you will about this game, but it certainly has style to it. God, it has such style to it. Like, they took the old world aspect of this game and they fucking went ham with it. The period speak and everything, it's beautiful.
God save and protect thee, his soldier, his wrath and vengeance.
I honestly don't know if this does anything. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't know if it does anything. But you know what? We can always try. Alright, walking around Prague Old Town. So, one of the first things that you'll notice is that this game has something that not very many games have. Destructible barrels. Oh, healing salt. That's a nice find. Now, the barrels randomly generate loot. And I don't really recall their respawn rate, but I know that they do respawn. I'm not sure if they respawn after every major event you go through, but I know that they respawn fairly frequently. We got Viscerad Mountain. We'll talk about that later. We got a monk dude. Got some humans. Let's talk to the Knights of St. John. See what they're up to.
Hail and well met, Crusader.
Hail and well met to thee, Knights of St. John.
'Tis good to hear the voice of a fellow Frenchman. We Knights of St. John are far from home, and I would we were back in France.
Say
Yes.
not so. We should gladly go to the ends of the earth in service to our Lord. Good day to thee.
My god, Kristoff. What a square. He's fine, though. He gets better throughout the game. I actually love to see how this character develops throughout the game, depending on your choices. Let's go to the inn. Now, the inn, if you guys are actually struggling with anything in this game, the inn will actually give you a free, full healing
Hail,
salve.
good Sir Knight, and welcome. They do say you seek to cleanse the minds of evil. Oh, these demons have brought great suffering to the good people of Prague. Our craftsmen have no silver for their wares, and many proud families now beg for their bread. Please, accept all that my humble inn can provide, and the blessings of the Lord be upon your quest.
See? Free healing salve. Free healing elixir. Now, these healing salves and elixirs are only good when you're a human. It specifies non-kindred only. But if you're struggling with the game, if you're struggling with this early phase, then going to the end of the 4 stags will give you a free extra 50 life to go into the mines with, which is nice. It's nice. Let's see. Adventuring over to here. Oh, barrel! Ah! Hey, look, another healing salve. Sweet. Let's see. I don't think there's anything behind this corner over here. And I was right. Vindication. However, there is another destructible barrel just over here. Crack that open. Now, I've been getting really lucky with these healing salves being in these barrels. Normally speaking, whenever you try and slap open a couple barrels, you get weapons, you get a couple healing salves maybe, but occasionally, well, at least more so when you're a vampire at the very least, you get rats. And rats are a bit of a fun mechanic. They give you like 10 blood, I think. But I love the little cute little sound they make whenever you pick them up and put them down. But
take care outside the gates of the city, good Sir Knight. For all those that wander the highways alone after nightfall are seldom heard from again. Even the strongest of warriors have disappeared. The streets of Prague are no longer safe after dark, but beyond the city walls, all hell walks the night. Hell that disgorges from yonder castle of Viscerat.
This fucking guy. He's great, though. Gosh. Oh, and before I forget, there's the university. Nothing ever happens in the university. At least not yet. But it's still nice to visit this place early. Just to look around. See what's up. There's actually nothing here. No other ways to go through, but, you know, it's just a location you can go to when you're a human. Would have been nice if they had, like, you know, a ghoul or something here to, like, you know, say, hey, yo, what you doing in here? Nah, I see what you're doing, you know. That would have been a fun little Easter egg for people who are in the know regarding this game. Now, the Bond Mountains are where we're supposed to be going, but, you know, it's a video game. You never go the way you're supposed to go immediately. Northern Quarter, that's locked. Now, this place, you have no mini-map, so it's hard for you to find stuff to start with. But once you get used to it, you just walk around like it's nothing. Second most useless item in the game.
Smithy. Now I may replace my war-weary armor.
Alright. War-weary armor. Alright. Nothing over here, as I suspected. Let's go in here and see what's up with the blacksmith. Now, you're going to be coming in here a whole lot in the base game. Mainly to sell shit, to pick shit up, so on and so forth. But let's talk to our smithy.
Hail, good Sir Blacksmith. I am Christoph of the Sword Brethren, and I seek to replace armor lost in battle.
Ho there, young crusader. I be Jiri Borajo, and the very boards of me humble shop are honored to be trodden by a sword brethren. And who will ye be slaying in your new armor?
Ah, yes. Now, here is actually a choice that matters. Because if you tell him you're seeking to slay the demons in the silver mines, he actually tries to help you out a bit and tells you about the Romani in Golden Lane. However, if you tell him such things are beyond the concern of a smithy, I'm not sure if he gives you the same information. I'm pretty sure he just goes, ah, yes, you're right, good sir, and the customer's always right. I'm just going to go right back to hammering away like nothing ever happened. So, of course, we're going to be honest with the guy. We're going to try and schmooze in there with a smooth line or two.
I seek to slay the demons in the silver mines to the east.
You look a bit sickly, Sir Christoph. If ye do seek to spill the blood of the fiends in the mine, you'll be needing special protection.
The protection of the Lord suffices. I need no more than that.
Ha! Tell that to your armor and sword.
Nay, 'tis Romani charms I be speaking of. you have three options here. The first option is, oh, look, you know, I'll never, it's just magic for the devil, you know, I'm God-fearing. And then there's, where shall I find them? And then you have the curiosity question of, can such a thing be godly? Asking help from someone who is not of the same religion, which I think is actually kind of awesome, in a way. That, you know, you have a character that doesn't have, like, binary choices here, but they do have a third option that can kind of, like, give you a bit more information into the situation. So, obviously, being the good guy that I am, I'm like, yeah, and Kristoff here is a crusader. He's a bit conflicted. We're just gonna go with, can such a thing be godly?
Aid from a gypsy. Can such a thing be godly?
Why, did not King Saul seek out a wise woman and her familiar spirit in his time of need? Yea, that very King Saul, who had once banished all witches, sought a witch when he needed to learn of his future. She summoned the spirit of Samuel the prophet, and no mistake, 'tis in the Holy Bible.
Now, I cannot attest to that. I don't know myself what is or isn't in the Holy Bible, but you know what? I'll believe him. I'll believe him.
There is
There's
wisdom in
to his
thy words. I will go to this gypsy.
You must promise me that the gypsy will come to no harm by my telling.
Now this, obviously, I promise. Kristoff
Go
ain't
ye
no
to
bitch.
the Golden Lane, where you'll find an herbal shop run by the old gypsy woman, Unorna. There ye shall find something to aid ye surely. God be with ye, young one.
Alright. Alright. So, now we come to the shop. The shop, now, normally speaking, you'd be able to buy like a torch, maybe come back buy some padded clothing, but we had a bit of an unexpected windfall here. So we're gonna go straight down to the more interesting pieces. For example, vampire bite protection. Gotta have it. Unholy scale. Okay, so here's another fun thing that this game has. It has blessed and unholy armor. Now, blessed armor can only be worn by humans, obviously, and unholy armor can only be worn when you have very, very low humanity. Like, for example, the unholy plate mail, maximum 20 humanity. You can't have humanity higher than 20 in order to wear this armor. Now, Kristoff is a holy man, so we're gonna be picking up the blessed armor just to see what's up. You know, it's the only time you can wear it. You cannot, like, you have to sell this armor whenever you know, are done with it. But you can pick up these and wear those normally. His sword is looking a little rinky-dink over here. We're gonna pick ourselves up the fine.
Good day to you,
I said we're gonna pick ourselves up a fine greatsword. How dare you sell this shit?
You have my hand on it. 'Tis a deal.
Ah, yes, it is a very big deal. Another fun fact about this game. Normally speaking, whenever you equip items in this game, it'll sometimes change the character model. So these gauntlets, I believe, are supposed to show up on the character model, and leather armor is... Oh, leather armor does change your appearance as a human. Alright then, that's what's up. Let's get out of here. Let's go visit the Romani woman, Enorna. Gotta go to Judith Bridge, and then across the Golden Lane. The guy doesn't tell you this, because, you know, that'd be way too easy for the game, you know what I mean? However, Enorna is where you're going to be going to get blood items, blood packs, and so on and so forth, blood gems and so on, blood gems and whatnot. She is also the only place you can pick up human spells.
The shop of a gypsy witch. Dare I enter such a place?
Yes. Dare you enter such a place? I dare. Ah. Gosh, I love the soundtrack for Unorno's shop. It's so cool. Just the ambience.
Hello, young one. What is it you desire?
I desire only to bring the Lord's justice to the evil that has befallen this city. I would know of the devils that rule the night in Prague.
They are vampires.
The
undead.
The blood drinkers.
The fiends to hide their miserable carcasses away in mines and crypts under the earth, for the very rays of the sun to scald the flesh from their bones. It is quite a sight, and a stench, the like of which you'll ne'er forget.
Then perhaps I shall show them the glory of the breaking dawn before dealing them their final mercy.
Weapons cannot kill the fiends, lest their heads be cleft from their undying bodies. You will need more than a buckler of faith to aid you.
You will need more than a buckler of faith to aid you? Ooh, okay. So, this is actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this a bit of a cheaty run. So, first of all, non-human only, obviously, non-human only, but this is anyone, and this is anyone, and these are non-kindred only. Well, except for Spirit's Touch. Spirit's Touch? No, Spirit's Touch is universal. Alright, cool. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using, let me just get a couple of these. What's this do? No idea what Flash does, but get a couple of these. And a couple more of these. A couple more of these. Oh, she has an infinite supply. Alright, I think 5 are enough. And let's see, holy water. How many holy water? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, infinite supply of holy water. Hell yes. Maybe we make this a weaponless run to the Bond Silver Mines. Think about that now. Let's go. Sure, we'll do it. Weaponless silver mines. Let's go.
One. And be sure to be within the warmth of a hearth when the sun falls, for the foes you have seen are but a small part of the wickedness that walks the streets of Prague by night.
I shall send all such wickedness back to hell.
Alright, Frollo, calm it down.
Go with God.
She gave me more than enough. Holy water. Alright. Now, Golden Lane doesn't really have much going on for it. Nope, got stuck. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. It has a shortcut to Yosef's tunnels that you can find later. It has an entry to a pharmacy that we will go to later. But other than that, not much. And then over there is like just Petron Hill Monastery, which we're not going to talk about too much. We'll go there in like, what? 2 more missions, I think? Onward to Old Town we go. And then from there, the Silver Mines. The long-awaited sequel to Barrel? Hey, look at that. Rusty Broadsword. Rusty Shackleford would be proud. Get out of here. I don't want you anymore. Oh boy. And now we stumbled across the Jackwagons.
Beware the mines, Crusader.
If mere men could kill the Hellspawn, we Knights of St. John would have slain them long ago.
We lock these gates as the last rays of the sun die in the mountains. Pass within before dark, or wait without until dawn. I pray for thy safe return.
I'll bet, bub. Flash. Alright, let's get going.
These carts still hold their ore.
The
diggers have fled this place in haste, and the fiends have not seen fit to continue such honest labor.
Well, that's a wrap on today's video, and I can't thank you enough for staying till the end. It really helps support the channel and the content. If you like what I do, you can comment, subscribe, or perhaps even tap that like button. You can even do all three at the same time if you wanna. I don't see why you would say no to a guy like me, that is, unless you don't wish to feed my narcissism. But whatever choice you make, thank you for letting me brighten your day up. Check the description. I stream a D&D campaign weekly on Tuesdays and 2 to 3 times a week on Twitch. Join the Discord if you're feeling brave, and above all else, be good and have a wonderful day.